afternoon, everybody. Hopefully everybody is doing great on this dreary Sunday afternoon, like surviving COVID-19 and quarantine. But anyhow, so basically, we the Prodigals. We're a little band from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, looking to just glorify God, and that's basically our mission. So, my name is Eric Weaver, and this is my cousin Price. She is my co-band leader. Does a lot of the messy work. And so probably a lot of y'all okay, where's the rest of the band and everybody like that? Well, I mean, with the restrictions of COVID-19 and everything like that, they couldn't be here. So basically, we're just going to be doing a performance with some backing tracks, and we're going to also be sharing a little snapshot of our stories and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys can enjoy it. Hopefully you can look over some of our mistakes that we probably will make. But yeah, so basically I'm just going to ask Price to pray for us before we get started, and then we're going to get right into it.
Okay, let's pray. Hey, God, thank you for today. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come out this afternoon and do a live stream and just spread your word. And God, I pray that you would remain the center of today. I pray that we would somehow, somewhere reach someone who is struggling or maybe in a time of need. I pray that you would be with me in Eric's voices, and I pray that we would be able to perform well. In Jesus' name, amen.
How great the chasm that lay between us, how high the mountain I could not climb. In desperation, I turned to heaven and spoke your name into the night. Then through the darkness, your loving kindness tore through the shadows of my soul. The work is finished, the end is written. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Who could imagine so great a mercy? What heart could fathom such boundless grace? The God of ages stepped down from glory to wear my sin and bear my shame. The cross has spoken, I am forgiven. The King of Kings calls me his own. Beautiful Savior, I'm yours forever. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah. Death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah. Death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope.
Then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your buried body began to breathe. Out of the silence, the roaring lion declared the grave has no claim on me. Jesus Jesus, yours is the victory. Whoa, hallelujah. Praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah. Death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah. Praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah. Death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Jesus Christ, my living hope. God, you are my living hope. This is my prayer in the desert, when all that's within me feels dry. This is my prayer in my hunger and need. My God is the God who provides. And this is my prayer in the fire, in weakness or trial or pain. There is a faith proved of more worth than gold, so refine me, Lord, through the flame.
And I will bring praise, I will bring praise. No weapon formed against me shall remain. I will rejoice, I will declare, God is my victory and He is here. And this is my prayer in the battle, when triumph is still on its way. I am a conqueror and co-heir with Christ, so firm on His promise I'll stand. And I will bring praise, I will bring praise. No weapon formed against me shall remain. I will rejoice, I will declare, God is my victory and He is here.
All of my life, in every season, you are still God. I have a reason to sing. I have a reason to worship. All of my life, in every season, you are still God. I have a reason to sing. I have a reason to worship. All of my life, in every season, you are still God. I have a reason to sing. I have a reason to worship. All of my life, in every season, you are still God. I have a reason to sing. I have a reason to worship. And I will bring praise, I will bring praise. No weapon formed against me shall remain. I will rejoice, I will declare, God is my victory and He is here. I will bring praise,
shall remain. I will rejoice, I will declare, God is my victory and He is here. All right, so those are a few songs I've been working on for the past
Just a really long time.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
But so basically, a lot of the songs that we choose or pick are like songs that like kind of like reflect our life story in a way, through everything that we've been through and all of that. But the next song is a song that is probably one of our first songs that we started practicing or started singing together. It's Well Done, and it's a song that one of our favorite songs to sing, probably because of just the message of the song and how it talks about heaven and all of the great things that are going to happen. There also talks a lot about, you know, what is God going to say to us as His child, as His servants. And so that's a challenge for me. It's been a challenge for me just to think about that, how we live our life here on earth, and what is God going to say when we get to heaven. What will it be like when my pain is gone and all the worries of this world just fade away? What will it be like when you call my name, and in that moment when I see you face to face, I'm waiting my whole life to hear you say, well done, my good and faithful one. Welcome to the place where you belong. Well done, my beloved child. You have run the race and now you're home. Welcome to the place where you belong.
What will it be like when tears are washed away and every broken thing will finally be made whole? What will it be like when I come into your glory, standing in the presence of a love so beautiful? I'm waiting my whole life for that day. I will live my life to hear you say,
Well done, my good and faithful one. Welcome to the place where you belong. Well done, my beloved child. You have run the race and now you're home. Welcome to the place where you belong.
what will it be like when I hear that sound? All of heaven's angels crying out,
Singing holy, holy, holy are you, Lord. Singing holy, holy, holy are you, Lord. Singing holy,
Until then, I'll live to hear you say, well done, my good and faithful one. Welcome to the place where you belong. Well done, my beloved child. You have run the race and now you're home. Welcome to the place where you belong. Well done.
Okay, so one of my favorite songs actually. So basically, before we go on,
No, you're going
okay,
first.
I'm going first. So basically, before we go on, we're going to be sharing a little bit of our life story, kind of like a crash course, whatever thing. So I'm going to go first, and we're going to share for about 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. And then we're going to get on with worship, a couple more songs, and we're going to end it up. So basically, my name is Eric Weaver, 19 years old. I live in Moton, Pennsylvania. For those of you who don't know where Moton is, that is Reading area. So 19 years old, I grew up in a small town of Whitehall, Pennsylvania, which consisted of about like 50 people, which was like 95.8 something Amish. So like I grew up like with like, yeah, it was pretty crazy. But amazing place. I love growing up there. It was a fun place. Happy Valley, Big Valley, wherever you want to call that. And adopted by amazing parents. I was adopted at 2 weeks old. I'm originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So a lot of my story probably starts in like my older years, but growing up was probably, I had lots of fun growing up, hanging out with people my age and stuff, but it was always being adopted, there's always something like you, I don't know if it's just something that you feel like you're missing or something that you're kind of feel like a part of your life is never complete. So growing up, that was kind of a struggle for me. But I guess a lot of my story probably starts at the age of around 10 years old. My family moved from Whitehall, Pennsylvania, to the small country of Haiti, which for those of y'all who do not know where Haiti is, it is not like over by Africa or China or whatever, or Australia, like some people have told me already. It's like literally a couple hundred miles from Florida. It's if you look on your map, that's where it is. It's probably it's smaller than the state of Maryland, but has like 3 times the people. But it's a great country. But I moved there at the age of 10 with my family, and I lived there for 7 years. Moving there was probably I know it was hard on my family. It was very hard on me as well, probably because I didn't have very many friends, because just from moving there to a country where they speak a foreign language, and I didn't know the language and know anybody there except my family. So moving there was great, but it was also very hard and tough on me and also my family. But probably one of the biggest, or where my story starts, is probably just because not having friends there, probably that led me to just like hang out with the wrong crowd, with the wrong people, and just seeking attention in places that were not right or godly or whatever. And so basically I got involved in a lot of different things, which I won't go into detail of a lot of things for the privacy of myself and for others, but basically got involved into a lot of things like pornography and etc. Basically anything that comes with that. And so you know, it was a really rough journey, and that went on for probably a couple years. The thing of where sometimes like Satan tricks you into just like believing stuff that just is like it's a normal part of life. And so that's kind of how my life went for a couple years. And you know, like how you go through the motions of the repentance thing or whatever, like, you know, you repent and you're sorry and it's great and it's awesome and, you know, it's just great. But, you know, and the funny thing is like a whole month or like 2 weeks later, you're back in the same thing and it literally made like no change. So that's kind of how my life went for a couple years. And I also suffered from depression and anxiety and suicidal thoughts growing up a lot of my teenage years. And I moved from the country of Haiti to the small county or whatever of Juniata, Pennsylvania, where my parents are a member of a church there, a Mennonite church there, and that is where I moved back from Haiti probably like, I don't know, I don't even remember, probably 3 years ago or something, I don't know. But time flies. But so I moved back there, and it was going great for like a little while, but I think like, you know, a lot of times what will happen is like you think you have it all in control and you think everything is great and it's amazing and it's just life is just like moving great, but and before you know it, you're back like in the same situation before you knew it. Like it's actually kind of crazy how it happens. But so basically from there, then I think I was like, I could say that was like my rock bottom, and I know like for a fact if anybody like has never hit rock bottom, you never will completely accept help until you hit rock bottom, because that's the place where you know like you have literally like no one, like it's only you and God, and it's a very tough place to be, but it's also probably one of the best places to be, because that's when you realize, you know what, it's okay, I actually need help and there's nothing actually to be ashamed of. And so that from there I went to kind of like a juvenile detention center, but it's anywhere from the age of like 16 to 50 you can go there. So basically I went there. They deal with a lot of different things called Restart Training Center. If any of you have heard of Teen Challenge, it's very, very similar. It's maybe not as quite as intense as Teen Challenge. But I went there on a 3-month program. It was supposed to be a 3-month program. I was there for 5 months, probably because I needed 5 months. And I was there. It was a very interesting time. I had good times, bad times. There was times like, especially for there, a lot of times being like you couldn't go anywhere, so you were basically stuck. You literally were stuck there. Like you wouldn't go outside unless you had permission. So it was a very interesting place. I love the people there. Like, it was amazing. I had an amazing time to learn lots of things. But and there I also like to deal with a lot of depression, anxiety, suicidal. There was like a few times where I probably would have killed myself if it wouldn't have been for like people that were there for me and for praying for me, and for people who just poured their time night after night, sleepless nights with me, and just like sat there with me. And but it was through it all, it was like a great experience. I got to meet lots of new people. I'm so thankful for places like Restart Training Center, like Celebrate Recovery, stuff like that, who are there for people who need just a break, just a time to talk or whatever. And so I was there for 5 months, and I graduated from there, and I went back to Haiti, lived with my parents for I think it was like a few months, and just to reconnect with them. But I always say like it was good, but it wasn't also the best thing, because that is where a lot of my struggles were. So just like it's basically taking someone who is like an addict and like dumping them into like a room full of cocaine or something, kind of like that, if you want to put it like that. So, but it was like it was hard. But it was also good, because it also like kind of made you think about, you know, where am I at, and kind of seeing actually how much progress you did make. So I was back in Haiti for a few months, and then I moved back to the U.S., which was very interesting, because like for living in for living 7 years in a third world country, like moving back to like United States is like a very interesting thing, because you're not used to malls and drive-throughs and all that stuff. So it was a very big change for me. But I love United States, don't get me wrong. I love my malls. I love it. I would never I don't know what I would do, but okay. But it's amazing. So I moved back, and then I moved. It was in the United States for a little bit, and then I moved to Canada for the summer to be with some friends. They're amazing people. They're just amazing people. lovely people there. I don't know, they're just great. So I was there for Manitoba, Canada, for the summer months, and then I came back and I lived in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, with some amazing people as well. They were great. They kind of taught me more of the life of the way of Americans in a way, like how to change oil in a car, how to manage money, how to, things that you don't do, like, and things that you do. Like when you walk into like a store, you don't freak out. You just smile and look at it, and and you just act normal. So they were very nice people. They dealt with like all of my like freak out moments when I would find out something I never knew about before, or whatever. So it was great. And then from there, then moved to Reading, Pennsylvania, where I now attend the church that I'm a member of, Fairview Mennonite Church. Great church, amazing church. I love my church. I love it. So that's where I am right now. And like I'm not perfect. I still make mistakes. But I'm just so thankful for the grace of God. I'm so thankful for people and friends who were there and are still there for me, through the bad times, through the good times. Thankful for my cousin who's there for me all the time, and I can literally call her anytime I want. And it's great because she just calms me down, just like, Eric, it's actually fine. You're gonna make it. It's fine. I'm just there like, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. And she's like, yes, but it's great. So thankful for her and her patience and all of that, and her prayers. So I'm going to let her share her life story, and then we're probably going to give a little bit of an update kind of on the band and kind of where we're at. But, yeah.
What's up, guys? I am Melissa Peachy, known as Price. I'm 19 years old. I grew up in Reedsville, Pennsylvania, about 2 hours from here. And it was about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes from where Eric lived. So I've known him ever since I've been this little. And at the reunions, we used to tear around and unplug the bounce house and all that very embarrassing, ridiculous stuff. But anyways, yeah, so I grew up in Reedsville, Pennsylvania. I was adopted from New Jersey when I was a baby. I was adopted into a great, amazing, loving home. Steve and Minnie Peachy are my parents, so hi, Mom and Dad, if you guys are watching. They did a great job at raising me, and I think for teenagers, sometimes it's easy for us to take for granted what we've been given, and I know I've done that, just taking for granted the fact that I did grow up in a great home, and if it wouldn't be for Mom and Dad, I would, possibly be living on the streets in the city of New Jersey or, wherever, and so I'm very thankful for them and my family. I love each and every one of them very dearly. No, we're not perfect, but they've taught me a lot, and they've been there for me in many, many situations, even when I didn't deserve it. So yeah, I grew up pretty normal life. There was sexual abuse in my past, but for the sake of privacy of the ones I love, and as well as myself, I will not be going into detail about that. But like any person who experiences such trauma, it messes with your head eventually. Maybe not right away when you're a child, but you grow up and you obviously have all that to deal with. And so, I grew up, and I would say my story really started to unfold when I turned 13, when I got into the teenage years. I started making very bad decisions. I was a very disrespectful child. I had some major control and manipulation issues. So I didn't really listen to anyone. I talked back a lot. I lied all the time, which was a protecting mechanism, but still you don't just lie. So then when I was 14, I went to Meadows of Hope Christian Girls Camp, and for anyone who knows who Camp Andrews is, you know what I'm talking about. And Silver Spring Ministries, Meadows of Hope is their partnering ministry. And so if you know what Bald Eagle is, well, Meadows of Hope is like that. It's just for girls, and we live in a house. So I went there, and I was actually the first girl to ever enter the program. So I was there by myself for like a month, and was everybody's guinea pig. And like I tell people, I used it to my advantage greatly. I made the staff, I was so evil, I'm sorry, because I know they're watching and it's fine. So Anyways, I went there on August 26, 2014. I was 14 years old, and I was there for about 23 months, almost 2 years. And just during that time, those people helped me become who I am today, and they are the reason I am standing here. The program obviously brings in girls who are hurting, who have experienced any abuse, girls who struggle with depression, like you name it, anything. And so just being in that environment of hurting people and having people who take the time, hours, and spend hours and hours with you, just talking to you, caring about you, calling you out, and raising you to a better standard and pushing you because you're better than what you're acting is amazing. It wasn't always fun at the time, but those people, like I said, saved my life. And so I was there for almost 2 years, and I graduated on July 30th, 2016. Came home, I turned 16 in like 2 weeks, and obviously you just graduated from a 2-year program who teaches you how to do life properly, so you want to do good. That's every girl's intention. So I came home, and I did really well for about 6 months. Everything was going well, and then all of a sudden reality hit, and it was just like, okay, I'm done. Life isn't working. And if you know anything about boys' camps or girls' camps, they're a very structured environment, kind of like what Eric was saying about where he was at. You don't go outside without permission. You don't use the bathroom without permission. You don't go get a drink of water in the kitchen without permission. Someone is with you 24/7, and then you graduate, and you're suddenly given all those privileges back. So it's like a really big shock, and I ignored it for a while, and then finally reality hit, and it was just like, okay, I can't really do this. So I started going downhill, worse than before camp, and kept making bad decisions. And then I turned 17, and it just kept getting worse, on to 18. And then between 18 and 19, it's probably the peak of the bad in my story, or however you want to say it. It wasn't working in the living situation I was in, and that's not because of anybody I was living with. It's not their fault. But when levels of pain add up and just they're undealt with, you soon get to a point where you just can't anymore. If you don't deal with pain, you're going to run into lots of problems. And so that's what I was doing. I was running away from all the pain, and I wasn't willing to deal with it because it felt very scary, very vulnerable. And so it wasn't working, and so I decided to move to New York, and I lived there for about half the year. And during those 6 months, I completely fell apart. I came to the end of myself, made very, very bad life choices, got involved with the wrong crowd. Things like, drugs and alcohol started becoming very welcoming. It was just a normal thing of life. That's what I wanted to do. That's how I wanted to live. And then in November, I actually ended up back here in Pennsylvania, and I've moved back. I've been here for about 6 months, 5 or 6 months now, almost half a year, which is crazy. And during that time, it just, like I said, I came to the end of myself, and I took the time to finally work through my stuff. And I became a Christian in November, and that was one of the most awesome experiences I have ever had. It was great, it was amazing, and I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I suddenly felt lots of peace. And all the pain that I was feeling, all the turmoil, all the stuff that I was coming against was suddenly lifted. And yeah, I had to deal with it, but it seemed easy. And even though there was still pain, I knew I had him, and therefore was able to work through the things. And that is why I'm standing here today. So yeah, that's a very quick version of my story. There's lots that happened in between, but I had people who helped me, and my family down here in Lancaster is amazing. And I'm not going to say their names because they would be very unimpressed. But you know who you are, and just so a big shout out and thanks to you guys. You're amazing, and you're also part of the reason I'm standing here today. And also a shout out to Sue. She's like my second mom, and then I know she's watching this. And a big shout out to you. She's one of the people who saved me and the God in her also saved me. And so she's actually who I lived with in New York, and she stuck with me every day and still does. And I know I can always go back to her when I have questions about life. So that's me. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. But I just want to say to anyone out there who's, struggling with depression, suicide, wanting to die, I get it. I've tried it many times, and thanks to God, I am still standing here. But it's going to be okay. You got this. Me and Eric are praying for you. We got your back. We definitely know what it's like to struggle and have a lot of pain. But you're going to fail. But from your failures, you're going to succeed. And so I believe in you. God's got you, and stay strong.
Right. So yeah, just kind of like continuing of what Price was saying. Like, like one thing for me that always like, I don't know what it is, something that impacts me. Every time like someone like shares their story, like I don't care, like it could literally just be like like a little story, like 6 seconds. It's just like, it's always a kind of like a challenge for me and a reminder for me, just kind of, of my life and how, how to move forward. But, we talk about like our stories and how, depressed we were and how awful it was and how we made our recovery. But, like that's all great. Like, that's good. But like, that doesn't mean that we're not, like we're not perfect. We're not, like we don't, and I don't want anybody to ever think I'm perfect, never. Like we still struggle. We're human. We still make mistakes. There's some days we don't feel like, getting up or going to band practice or, whatever. Probably more me than anybody. But, but, it's fine because, and the thing is, like, I know, like, for me and Price, we like, that's one of our main goals as a band. They're not here, but, like, they're here. Like, they're here, but they're not here, like, in our mind. And if any of them are watching, we love you guys so much, and we can't wait, just to get on the road with you guys. But, yeah, so, and for us as a band, as We the Prodigals, that is what we want to do. We want to be able to, we want to be able to be a band who is here for anybody. I'm for anybody. Like, I don't care whether the person is, like, Catholic dude, like, we want to be here for anybody. You can, don't ever feel afraid to message us, either one of our personal Instagram accounts or the band account.
Back it up.
Someone will, like, get back to you. We want to be here for anybody who needs anything, like, literally. You can call us. If you need our number, call us. It could literally be 2 a.m. in the morning, and we will do our absolute best to pick up the phone, because that's what we want to do, and that's just what we want to do, because that's what so many people did for us, and that's what we want to do for others. So, I don't know, should we give a little update on the band too?
Sure.
So kind of a little bit of an update of kind of what the band is doing. So I am main worship leader, stage choreographer. She and Price takes care of a lot of our music, a lot of our how the song should be sang differently, different parts, stuff like that. She does an amazing job at it. She probably does more than I do probably in a day, just because it takes a lot of work to do all that and get backing tracks, getting lyrics, getting everything. And so that's what she does. I'm going to talk a little bit about kind of what I do. So basically, I'm the main worship leader. I'm in charge of stage performances, making sure that we have everything we need, making sure that the band is, ready to go on stage. Scheduling, which we haven't gotten to much of that yet. But basically, what the band has been up to, we added a few members if you follow us on Instagram. We love them to death. We can't wait to just, start performing and worship with them. And we're really excited to see what God's going to do. I know that God has I know that God has something amazing He's going to do with the band, and we can't wait to do it. We also have like at least one scheduled performance that's actually scheduled.
We have way more. He doesn't know what he's talking.
We
He
don't-
literally never knows. It's
I
fine.
don't remember.
It's fine.
I don't remember. See, the thing is, like, I don't remember. The thing, like, see, this thing when it comes to music, I don't remember. She just tells, she's like, yeah, Eric, we have this, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
It's actually fine.
We have that. So I think we have, okay.
We have like 4, guys. It's 4.
It is. Four. So we have, so I know, okay, I'm going to talk about 1 or 2 of them, and then I guess we'll let her talk about. So one of them is our main performance, probably our biggest one, maybe, is the worship night we're hoping to have here sometime this summer here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We hope to have it at a pretty fairly big location. So the more people you invite, the more people will come, so the more fun we'll have. So like if you don't invite anybody, then it won't be fun.
And we're not
So
inviting you again.
And
if
we're
you
not.
don't.
No.
We're literally not.
Like, no, I'm just kidding. But no, so just invite your friends. We don't have any date set for that yet. We don't. Unfortunately, because of coronavirus, the forbidden word that we both can't stand, because it's really like screws up all of our plans. But because of the coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever, all the restrictions, like we can't have our band here to perform with us. So, but we are planning to perform in Lancaster sometime this summer. Don't have a date. Don't have a location. We don't even, never mind. But it's going to be great. Whatever we do, I promise you, it's going to be great. So, and I'm thinking, like she said, we have a couple more that we're going to be doing, but I'm going to let her talk about them because she honestly knows a little bit more about them than I do. Because, yeah. Bam.
Yeah, stop talking. No, it's fine. No, so we have some really exciting stuff coming up. One of them being we're going to Detroit to work on a project with another artist, and he's actually writing something with us, and so we're really excited for that. We're going to be performing in areas like Detroit, possibly Ocean City, possibly Mississippi, etc. So it is way more than one. I don't know what he's talking. I don't know if he's gonna let me solo it or like. It's fine.
It'll actually work out.
So yeah, we just have some really exciting stuff coming up, and we really appreciate your prayers. And that's all I'm saying because y'all have to wait. So.
Yeah.
Let's
so
sing.
that's kind of what we're doing, kind of our snapshot of what we're doing, and it's not about us. It's about God. It's literally not about any of us. So we're gonna get started. I think we have 1, 2, 3 more, 4 more, something like that. I will say this: we literally. Can I say this?
Is this about that song?
Yeah.
No.
We have a like we literally just added a song today because there was some problems with copywriting. So we walked in here and we were like, okay, we don't know what we're going to do. And I was like, we could do this one. And Price was like, we're doing this one. And we practiced for a little bit and we're just going to, we're going to do it. So if
it sounds terrible and we mess up,
we're
it's
very
fine.
sorry. You can stop watching the live.
Yep.
It's actually fine. But anyhow, so the next song we're going to sing is probably another one of those songs that speaks a lot about our stories. So it's The Goodness of God.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held by your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my
'cause your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
So the next song we're gonna sing is called King of My Heart. I really like this song because it just talks about letting God have complete and ultimate control. And I think as humans sometimes we like to tend to take all matters into our own hands and try to just, I don't know, fight everything on our own. And when you think about it, it's honestly a very ridiculous concept because it really doesn't work. Me and Eric have tried that for many years.
Like, if anybody knows how to do it that way, like, I'm gonna.
We would like you to text
Please
us.
text me your number.
Personally call me.
Like, I'll take you out for coffee,
Right now.
lunch, dinner, supper, everything. Because I've tried it and it doesn't work. So, like, if anybody. But actually, I don't want to because like, it would be a wreck.
So
But-
basically, yeah, I just like the song because it talks about that, and I feel like, yeah, once you learn to just give God your heart and let Him be the king of your heart, you'll find out how good He can actually be. So, like, worship with us as we sing this song because this is one of our favorites.
So if you can be at home on your couch or on your
Oh,
bed or whatever, you can like sing along if you want. Like,
yeah,
don't
we
be
can't
sing-
hear you, so it doesn't
We
matter.
can't hear you, but if you want to sing at home, you can. Your
And
parents might.
pardon the voice. It's what happens when you practice all week and don't think properly. So I sound like a duck
It's fine.
mixed with a frog, and I'm very embarrassed. That's why I left him hanging in that song, but it's the beginning stages of learning how to be a proper singer. Okay, play the song. Let the king of my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, he is my song. Let the king of my heart be the shadow where I run, the ransom for my life. Oh, he is my song. You are good. Good. Oh, You are good, good. Oh, you are good, good. Oh, you are good, good.
Let the King of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves. Oh, He is my soul. Let the King of my heart be the fire inside my veins, the echo of my days. Oh, He is my song. Let the King of my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, He is my song. Let the King of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the echo in the waves. Oh, He is my song. You are good. You are good. You are good. Good. Oh, you are good. Good. You're never gonna let me down. 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 You are good, good. Whoa, 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 you are
When the
good.
night is holding on,
Whoa, you are
you
good,
are
good.
holding on.
Whoa, you
And
are
when the
good.
night is
Good.
holding on,
Whoa, you are
you
good,
are
good.
holding on.
Whoa. So the next song is Our God, which is a song that we added literally probably like 3 hours ago. So we are going to do our best. We're going to try our best, and we're going to see what happens. Because, yeah.
It's literally fine.
Yep.
Water you turn into wine. Open the eyes of the blind. There's no one like you. None like you. Into the darkness you shine. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. None like you. Our God is greater, our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God, our God.
Into the darkness you shine. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. None like you. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God, our God. And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, no one can stand against. And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what could stand against? What could stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what could stand against?
Yeah, we just messed up, but it's good.
It's fine. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God, our God. Yeah, it was mediocre.
It's actually, I could laugh really hard right now, but I won't. Yeah. We told you we were gonna mess up, so it's fine.
Last song, so that y'all can get back to your normal lives, so you don't have to listen to us sing anymore. Another one of our favorites, I think, is this our first song that we ever did?
This is like the first song we've ever.
This is like our first song that we ever actually, way back, 3 months ago, our first song. So, it's The Great I Am. I love it. It's amazing. Her harmony on it is amazing. So just, we're going to get right into it. And so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your prayers. Thank you just for everything that anybody does. Thank you to, I'm not going to say their names because they'd be embarrassed, but thank you to, oh, okay, whatever. So thank you to Kaylin and Lana Whitmer and Dave Whitmer, if I got the name right.
That is the family I was talking about, since they allowed someone else
to
say their name and not me.
We want to thank them so much because they have really, especially Kay and Lana, they have put so much work, so much work into this live stream. I mean, they've been making us tea, salt water to gargle, bringing us water, copying lyrics, helping us, giving us honest feedback. It's been great. It's been a very stressful week.
They are so not impressed right now. I feel like we should stop.
But we better stop, because we're going to have to deal with them after this. But anyhow, let's get into that song. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and yeah. I wanna be close to your side, so heaven is real and death is a lie. I wanna hear voices of angels above, singing as one. Hallelujah. Holy, holy, God Almighty, the great I am, who is worthy, none beside thee. God Almighty, the great I am.
I wanna be near, near to your heart, loving the world, hating the dark. I wanna see dry bones living again, singing as one.
Hallelujah. Holy, holy, God Almighty, the great I am, who is worthy, none beside thee. God Almighty, the great I am. He's the great I am. The great I am. The mountains shake before him, the demons run and flee. At the mention of your name, King of majesty, there is no power in hell or any who can stand before the power and the presence of the great I am. 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 Hallelujah. Holy, holy, God Almighty, the great I am, who is worthy, none beside thee. God Almighty, the great I am.
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 He's my great I am. Right, so that is all we have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed worshiping with us, despite our few mistakes that we know we made. But if you didn't catch it, it's great.
I really don't care. I think it's hysterical.
So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope to be able to next time be performing with all of y'all who are watching, etc., here with us. So y'all stay safe, and hopefully everybody has a wonderful week.